Why play Rengar Jungle? Well, he brings insane burst damage. He's also a great duelist, his ultimate allows him to easily counter squishies, and he can snowball hard and win games by himself. However, he is on the squishier side for champions who want to jump into a fight, and he is reliant on his ultimate to engage and have kill threat. Rengar has a lot of passives. Firstly, when using a basic ability, he gains a stack of ferocity. When he has 4 stacks of ferocity, he empowers his next basic ability. And the enhanced versions of the abilities don't share a cooldown with the basic ability. Rengar's second passive is while in a brush, if he attacks an enemy champion within range, he jumps at them, and if he has 0 ferocity before, he gains 1 ferocity. His third passive is he gains permanent attack damage for each unique kill against enemy champions. Rengar's Q is an auto attack reset which makes his next attack gain additional range and deal additional damage. It also causes his next 2 basic attacks within 3 seconds to gain a large amount of attack speed. If this ability is empowered, both the damage and the bonus attack speed is massively increased. Rengar's W has a passive where he stores 50% of the damage taken as grey health. The active deals damage in a circle around him and consumes his grey health to heal him. If the ability is empowered, it deals even more damage and cleanses himself from all crowd control effects. Rengar's E is a straight line skill shot which damages and slows the first enemy hit as well as revealing them. If this ability is empowered, it instead roots them. Rengar's ultimate grants him a passive where, when he's camouflaged from any source, he's able to jump on his opponents. The active causes him to gain a large amount of bonus movement speed and become camouflaged after a 2-second delay. During this time, Rengar will detect the nearest enemy champion in range, and that champion gets a marker above their head. When in range, Rengar can then attack them to jump onto them, dealing a large amount of damage and reducing their armor, and using any ability apart from Q will end the ultimate early. For combos, a good engaged combo is to use ultimate and prepare your Q. AA to jump in before using your E, and W then your empowered Q before spamming away with more attacks. And a good CC chain is to start with ultimate if needed, and then AA to jump onto your opponent into your E, Q, W, and then use your empowered E to root them in place into more auto attacks. For matchups, Rengar is great into champions he can easily assassinate, and he can struggle against tanks who he can't. For runes, take this. First Strike gives you an amazing amount of burst damage. For build order, start Blue Monster and Pot into a Ghost Blade and Tier 2 boots. After this, a Prowler's Claw and Lord Dom's great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, you have a few different options. The safest option is always to do a full jungle clear to make sure you're as strong as you can be to take Scuttlecrab if you need to fight for it. And of course, it's just the best way to get maximum gold and experience to get to your ultimate as fast as possible. When looking for ganks, always consider the 3 main points of what CC does your team bring, what escapes does the enemy have, and where is the lane push to. When ganking, Rengar is amazing at lane ganking. If you can ever sneak into the top or bot lane brushes, if your team can ever bait out a fight, you'll absolutely destroy the enemy. And of course, when you hit level 6, you now have an insane power spike. Try to get your team to bait someone into a fight, use your ultimate, assassinate them and convert into an objective. Entering the mid game as the jungler, your main focus is going to be on objectives. And the easiest way to get to Rengar is to look for a pick with your ultimate, hunt someone down, blow them up and convert into the objective again. Entering later game teamfights, you normally want to pick a target off before the fight even starts. Otherwise, play the assassin. Wait for the fight to start, use your ultimate to flank onto their backline, jump on a carry and blow them up.